Good morning, I'm Al Litman, Mayor of Mesquite. Today's COVID-19 report is 967. I can numerous calls and emails about the availability of the vaccine, especially for our senior population, not in nursing or long care facilities. I've been meeting with Mesa View, the Health District, Eureka, our fire department, and others to come up with a viable plan to get the vaccine out to our residents as soon as it is available and following all the needed protocols that will be required for your safety. Hopefully it will be very soon. Rest assured, we are being proactive and your safety is our #1 priority. As of today, we do not have the needed vaccine for those over 75, but things change daily. I urge you to read the article in last Friday's Review Journal entitled "Nevada Near the Bottom in Vaccination Efficiency." Mesquite will do its best to remedy this. I'm still getting told to do something about the few homeless we have in Mesquite. Of course, most of the comments come from social media where one can say just about anything they want to. The comments are what I expected. No suggestions that make sense or suggestions that are clearly illegal and violate the rights of the homeless and the mentally ill. I'm going to state it again. Being homeless is not a crime. On December 16, 2019, the U.S. Supreme Court signaled its agreement by refusing to consider a petition to overturn the Ninth Circuit's Martin versus the City of Boise ruling. The case's central holding is an ordinance that violates the Eighth Amendment insofar as it imposes criminal sanctions against homeless individuals for sleeping outdoors on public property when no alternative shelter is available to them. In other words, fining or jailing a homeless person because they have no place to stay violates the United States Constitution's ban on cruel and unusual punishment. Arresting or citing people living on the streets does not combat homelessness or mental illness. Tearing down encampments on public property where people are trying to survive does not help people overcome misery. It simply adds to that misery. The police, whose primary tools are tickets and arrests, are not an answer to poverty and homelessness. Our police in Mesquite know this and respect the constitutional rights of our homeless and mentally ill. I respect them for this. Let me make one thing clear. I'm not a bleeding heart liberal. I'm a realist. I know it's a problem, at least to some, that we have a few homeless here. But arrests lead to further suffering, lost liberty, and possible exposure to violence and disease in jail. Criminalization may force people to move away from areas where enforcement is heavy, but it does not help them find a home or treat their mental illness. I'm afraid it's going to be worse. We can't hide and pretend it won't happen. Short of a miracle, thousands of Nevada residents will be out on the streets in the next few months because they cannot pay their rent. This information comes directly from the state, not something I made up. The constant cycle of arrests and fines does not work. Money spent on police, courts, and jails as a response to homelessness takes away resources that the government could direct to housing and services. Criminalization of the homeless is part of a larger pattern in this country of turning to law enforcement to solve social problems such as substance abuse, mental illness, and poverty. We lead the world in incarceration while we exacerbate the problems of homelessness and mental illness. Yes, we do have a problem. I'm waiting for a solution that works, not one that makes it worse. By the way, homeless people are not vagrants under Nevada law unless they meet a specific criterion. They must be homeless, be jobless, wander from place to place, and beg for money. The homeless lady most of you are complaining about does not beg for money to my knowledge. Nevada revised statutes 207.030 to 207.070. We need to spend more of our valuable time concentrating on our families and our own well-being rather than trying to punish somebody not as fortunate as the majority of us. We have a safe, secure place to live and hopefully mental stability. As I said last week, I never met anyone who wanted to be mentally ill. I never met anyone who wanted to be homeless. Keep the faith, remain strong, and we'll be all right. Thank you.